हेलो एंड वेलकम दोस्तों आज हम लोग नई सीरीज स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं जिस पे डिस्कशन बाद में करेंगे। पहले हम लोग इस पे काम करेंगे। अगर आपको ये अच्छा लगे तो लाइक और शेयर कर दीजिएगा। चलिए देखते हैं। ये क्लास 9th पॉलिटी एनसीईआरटी है, तो इसमें हम लोग इसको एक नए वे से पढ़ना स्टार्ट करेंगे। देखिए, पहला चैप्टर है व्हाट इज डेमोक्रेसी, व्हाई नीड डेमोक्रेसी, यानी कि व्हाट इज डेमोक्रेसी एंड व्हाई इज डेमोक्रेसी। सबसे पहले हम लोग ओवरव्यू पढ़ते हैं। देखिए, ओवरव्यू क्या है। व्हाट इज डेमोक्रेसी, व्हाट इज इट्स फीचर। दिस चैप्टर builds on a simple definition of democracy. Step by step, we work out the meaning of the term involved in the definition. The aim here is to understand clearly the bare minimum feature of democratic form of government. After going through this chapter, we should be able to distinguish a democratic form of government from a non-democratic form of government. Towards the end of this chapter, we step beyond this minimal objective and introduce a broader idea of democracy. What is the most prevalent form? Democracy is the most prevalent form of government in the world today, and it is expanding to more countries. But why is it so? What makes it better than other form of government? That is the second big question that we take up in this chapter. तो ये हमारा ओवरव्यू है। इसमें बताया गया है कि व्हाट इज डेमोक्रेसी एंड उसके फीचर क्या हैं, साथ ही साथ में उसकी डेफिनीशन कैसे इवॉल्व हुई है और उसमें अब कौन कौन से टर्म इन्वॉल्व है उनके बारे में पढ़ा जाएगा। साथ ही साथ हम लोग यहाँ पे जो डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट और नॉन डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट उनमें डिस्टिंग्विश करेंगे, और फिर लास्ट में हम लोग देखेंगे कि डेमोक्रेसी वाई मोस्ट प्रिविलेंट होती जा रही है डेमोक्रेसी। इन सारे टर्म के बारे में हम इस चैप्टर में डिस्कस करेंगे। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। ये ओवरव्यू है। व्हाट इज डेमोक्रेसी? We have already read about different form of government. On the basis of your understanding of democracy so far, mentioning a few examples, write down some common feature of democratic governments and non-democratic governments. Why define democracy? Before we proceed further, let us first take note of an objection by Mary. She does not like this way of defining democracy and wants to ask some basic questions. Her teacher, Matilda Lingdo, respond to her questions, and as other classmates join the discussion. अब हम लोग पहले डेमोक्रेसी को डिफाइन करेंगे, उसके बाद उसके फीचर देखेंगे। तो इस वाले प्रोसेस में नॉर्मली कुछ क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो मेघालय में क्लास चल रही है, वहाँ की बातें हो रही हैं, और उस इस क्लास में क्या क्या डिस्कशन हो रहा है उसको पहले हम लोग समझेंगे, फिर हम लोग जाएंगे डेमोक्रेसी को डिफाइन करने की तरफ। तो चलिए हम लोग चलते हैं क्लासमेट्स, क्लास में इंटर करते हैं और सुनते हैं क्लास में क्या डिस्कशन हो रहा है। मायरी, मैम, आई डोंट लाइक दिस आइडिया। फर्स्ट वी स्पेंड टाइम डिस्कसिंग डेमोक्रेसी and then we want to find out the meaning of democracy. I am logically should not have should not we have approached it the other way round? Should not the meaning have come first? एंड देन द एग्जाम्पल। मेरी पूछ रही है कि पहले हम क्यों नहीं डेफिनेशन देखते हैं तब एग्जाम्पल देखें, जबकि हम लोग इस चैप्टर में क्या कर रहे हैं, पहले एग्जाम्पल फिर डेफिनेशन। मैम क्या बोल रही हैं? आई कैन सी योर पॉइंट, बट दिस इज नॉट हाउ वी रीजन इन एवरीडे लाइफ। We use words like pen, rain, or love. We wait for to have a definition of these words before we use them? Come to think of it, do we have clear definition of these words? It is only by using a word that we understand its meaning. मैम कह रही कि क्या हम जितनी भी चीज़ें यूज करते हैं उनकी सबकी हमको डेफिनेशन पता है? नहीं ना। बस जस्ट अबाउट हम उनको यूज करते जा रहे हैं। कहें कोई वाटर, वाटर को डिफाइन करिए, लव, लव को डिफाइन करिए, पेन नॉर्मली हम लोग डिफाइन नहीं करते, नॉर्मली यूज करते हैं। वही मैम बोल रही है। मेरी मेरी पूछ रही है, बट देन वाई डू वी नीड डेफिनेशन एट ऑल? फिर हमको डेफिनेशन की ज़रूरत क्या है? मैम बोल रही है, वी नीड अ डेफिनेशन ओनली व्हेन we come across a difficulty in the use of words. We need a definition of rain only when we wish to distinguish it its from says drizzle or cloudburst. The same is true for democracy. We need a clear definition only because people use it for different purposes, because very different kinds of can governments call themselves democracy. तब तक एक और स्टूडेंट जिसका नाम है रिव्यांग वो बीच में बोलता है, बट वाई डू वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन अ डेफिनेशन? द अदर डे यू quoted Abraham Lincoln to us. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We in Meghalaya always ruled ourselves. That is expected by everyone. Why do we need to change that? मैम बोल रही, I am not saying we need to change it. I too find this definition very beautiful. But we do not know if this is the best way of defining unless we think about it ourselves. We must not accept something just because it is famous, just because everyone accept it. मैम बोली कि हमको डिफाइन करने के लिए केवल एक ही रीज़न ये नहीं है कि किसी फेमस आदमी ने बोल दिया तो उसको डिफाइन करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, या सब लोग उसे एक्सेप्ट करते हैं तो उसे डिफाइन करने की ज़रूरत नहीं। फिर नेक्स्ट अगला एक स्टूडेंट बोलता है, मैम कैन आई सजेस्ट समथिंग? वी डू नॉट नीड टू look for any definition. I read somewhere that the word democracy come from a Greek word demokratia. In Greek, demos means people and kratia means rule. So democracy is ruled by the people. This is the correct meaning. Where is the need to debate? मैं बोल रही हूँ, that is also a very helpful way of looking about this matter. I would just say that this does not always work. A word does not remain tied to its origin. Just think for computers. Originally, they were used for computing, that is to say, calculating very difficult mathematical sums. These were very powerful calculators, but nowadays, very few people use computers for computing some. This they use it for writing, for designing, for listening to music, and for watching films. Word remains the same, but their meaning change with time. In that cases, it is not very useful to look at the origin of word Mary. मैरी बोल रही है मैम सो बेसिकली व्हाट you are saying is that there is no shortcut to our thinking about the matter ourselves. We have to think about its meaning and evolve a definition. मैम बोली you got me. Let us get on with it now. तो यहाँ तक क्लास का डेफिनेशन खत्म होता है. अब हम लोग डिस्कशन खत्म होता है. अब हम लोग डेफिनेशन की तरफ चलते हैं. A simple definition. Let us get back to our discussion on similarities and differences among governments that are called democratic and non-democratic. One simple factor common to all democracies is the government is chosen by the people. तो डेमोक्रेसी की सबसे पहला यहाँ पे नॉर्मली फीचर बताया गया क्या है? गवर्नमेंट इज चूजन बाय द पीपल. दूसरा, we could thus start with a simple definition. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. तो ये पहली डेफिनेशन हुई है. क्या? Democracy is the form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. This is a useful starting point. This definition allows us to separate democracy from form of government that are clearly not democratic. The army rulers of Myanmar were not elected by the people. Those who happened to be in control of the army become the rulers of the country. People had no say in this decision. Dictators like Pinochet जो चिली में are not elected by the people. This also applied to monarchy. The king of Saudi Arabia rule not because the people chosen them do so, but because they happen to be born into the royal family. This is simple definition is not adequate. क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल देख रहे हैं, जैसे मोनार्की हो गया या फिर नॉर्मली जहाँ पे कोई डिक्टेटर है तो वहाँ पे नॉर्मली पब्लिक एक्सेप्ट करती है, लेकिन वो लोग चूजन नहीं होते गवर्नमेंट से, या चूजन भी हैं तो भी नॉर्मली उस मतलब ये डेफिनेशन एडिक्वेट नहीं है, तो हम लोगों को दूसरी डेफिनेशन पे जानी पड़ेगी. It reminds us that democracy is people's rule. But if we use this definition in an unthinking manner, we would end up calling almost every government that holds an election a democracy. That would be very misleading, as we shall find out in chapter 3. Every government in contemporary world wants to be called a democracy, even if it is not so. That is why we need to carefully distinguish between a government that is a democracy and one that pretends to be one. We can do so by understanding each word in this definition carefully and spelling out the feature of democratic government. अभी तक हम लोगों ने यहाँ देखा कि डेमोक्रेसी क्या है. डेमोक्रेसी एक फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट है जिसमें नॉर्मली जो रूलर्स हैं वो इलेक्ट होते हैं पीपल्स के द्वारा. बट ये डेफिनेशन एडिक्वेट यानी कि पूरी तरह से प्रॉपर सही नहीं है, क्योंकि मोनार्की और जो डिक्टेटर हैं उन पे भी नॉर्मली एप्लीकेबल नहीं है। यानी कि डेमोक्रेसी मीन्स रूल ऑफ पीपल। तो अब हम लोग आगे देखते हैं कि डेमोक्रेसी क्या है, उसकी डेफिनेशंस क्या है। ये देखिए डेमोक्रेसी उठा रहे हैं सब, म्यांमार का ये डायग्राम है। तो हमने डेफिनेशन देख लिया, फीचर देखेंगे। We have started with a simple definition that democracy is form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. This raises many questions. Who are the rulers in this definition? Which official must be elected for any government to be called a democracy? In which one minute. Which decision may be taken by non-elected officials in a democracy? What kind of election constitutes a democratic election? What what condition must be fulfilled for a election to be considered democratic? Who are the people who can elect the ruler or get elected as rulers? Should this include every citizen on an equal basis? Can a democracy deny some citizen this right? Finally, what kind of a form of government is democracy? Can elected ruler do whatever they want in a democracy? Or must a democratic government function with some limit? Is it necessary for a democracy to respect some rights of the citizen? Let us consider each let us consider each of these questions with the help of some example. Major decision by elected leader. In Pakistan, जनरल परवेज मुशर्रफ जो मुशर्रफ थे, lead a military coup in October 1999. He overthrew a democratically sorry major decision by elected leaders in Pakistan. General Pervez Musharraf lead a military coup in October 1999. He overthrew a democratically elected government and declared himself as chief executive of the country. Later, he changed his designation designation to president, and in 2002 held a referendum in the country that granted him a 5-year extension. Pakistani media, human rights organization, and democracy activists said that the referendum was based on malpractices and fraud. In August 2002, he issued a legal framework order that amended the constitution of Pakistan. According to this order, the president can dismiss the national and provincial assemblies. The work of the civilian cabinet is supervised by a National Security Council, which is din- dominated by military officers. After passing this law, elections were held to the national and provincial assemblies. So Pakistan had some have has a had election elected representative and have some power, but the final power vested with military officer and General Musarraf himself. Clearly, there were many reasons why Pakistan under General Musarraf should not be called a democracy. But let us focus on one of these. Can we say that the rulers are elected by the people in Pakistan? Not quite. People may have elected their representative to the national and provincial assemblies, but those elected representatives were not really the ruler. They cannot take the final decision. The power of take a final decision rested with army official and with General Musharraf, and none of them were elected by the people. This happened in many dictatorships and monarchies. They formally have an elected parliament and government, but the real power is with those who are not elected in a few countries. The, they cannot take the final decision. The power to take final decision rested with army officials and with General Musharraf, and none of them were elected by the people. This happened many dictatorships and monarchies. They formally have an elected parliament and government, but the real power is with those who are not elected. In a few countries, the real power, 1 minute, the formally हम लोग यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, they formally have an elected parliament and government, but the real power is with those who are not elected. In a few countries, the real power was with some external powers and not with locally elected representative. This can be called people's rule. This cannot be. This gives us the first feature. In a democracy, the final decision making power must rest the those elected people by the people. पहले हमने देखी कि डेमोक्रेसी क्या है, वो गवर्नमेंट की फॉर्म है जिसमें नॉर्मली रूलर्स इलेक्टेड होते हैं पीपल्स के द्वारा, और यहाँ उसका फीचर क्या है कि जो फाइनल डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर होती है वो उन्हीं इलेक्टेड पर्सन के पास होनी चाहिए. फेयर एंड फ्री इलेक्टोरल competition. In China, election regularly held after every 5 years for electing the country's parliament, called Guangguo Renmin Di Daibaio, यानी कि जिसे हम लोग नेशनल पीपल्स कांग्रेस बोल रहे हैं उसका नाम ये लिखा है, चाइनीज है भाई. The National People's Congress has the power to appoint the president of the country. It has nearly 3,000 members elected from all over China. Some members are elected by the army. Before contesting election, a candidate need the approval of the Chinese Communist Party. Only those who are member of the Chinese Communist Party or eight smaller parties allied with it were allowed to contest election held in 2002 to 2003. The government is always formed by Communist Party since it in since its independence in 1930. ये मेक्सिको की बात हो रही है. मेक्सिको होल्ड इलेक्शन आफ्टर एवरी 6 ईयर. 6 ईयर में मैक्सिमम इलेक्शन होते हैं. The country has never been under a military or dictator rule, but until 2000, every election was won by a party called PRI, जिसे हम लोग बोल रहे हैं Institutional Revolutionary Party. Opposition party did not contest election, but never managed to win. The PRI was known to use many dirty tricks to win election. All those who all those who were employed in government office